good evening, everybody. Welcome into Talkin' Trains. So glad all of you are here, and I hope that you stick around, because tonight has the potential to be one of the most scuffed streams that I've ever put on. We're at the Workbench now. We're not going to stay here to start the night, though, but you can see that there's a couple of projects over here that I'm hoping we get back to tonight. We are actually starting over on the layout, and we'll talk about what it is that we're doing over there in a second, but I did want to just give you a sneak peek, something to look forward to, and hopefully make sure that some of you don't click away when we are chaotically working on other things before we get back to the Workbench. But this is a project that nobody other than the people in my Discord knew was even happening. This is Finger Lakes 1943, and those who have operated at my layout locally know that this has had a constant issue with blown ditch lights. And on Friday, I started in on correcting that issue. I put on some 3D printed Wallace Locomotive Works ditch lights on the front and back, and I also used Motown Models LEDs. So I'm hoping that, using quality parts now, using resin printed housings is going to take care of the issue that I keep having with one ditch light up front constantly blowing. So fingers crossed on that. I did document the process of using 3D printed housings, and I'm looking forward to you guys seeing that content. However, it's not going to be on my channel, and that's all I can say about that. So keep an eye out for more news on the subject of a comprehensive guide to using 3D printed ditch light housings. There will be more to come on that, hopefully within the next year. I don't want to give it a date because I don't know. I'm not even done finishing all the work I had to do for it. So we'll see. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well out there. Really quickly, before I head on over to the main layout and get into what it is that we're doing to start the stream, let me just say hi to everybody. Looks like we had Adam in first. Hey Adam, welcome in. Hopefully you are still awake, and hopefully the dulcet tones of my voice will help you drift to sleep. I don't know. Brandon's here, welcome in. We've got Dennis number 2 here, welcome in. Banu's here, welcome in. Oh, well, maybe we have Banu. He's asleep right now, he says. Scott, welcome in. Chambersburg and Western, welcome in. Dennis is here trying to scare us again for some reason. I don't know. Hope you're doing well, Dennis, yourself. And Garrett's here. Welcome in, Garrett. Only here for the Workbench cam. Bill, welcome in to you. And I think, and Mr. C says, Illinois Midland, man of many names, is here. The other white mean. Oh, Chris is here, John's here, welcome in, guys. We are heading over to the layout. And I gotta walk over there, but you guys are already over there, and you can see some interesting tools, because we're doing some unique work tonight. And that's why I'm hoping you guys are willing to stick with me, honestly, because we are prepping the backdrops for actual photo backdrops. You can see that I've already mudded that seam. I don't know why in my infinite wisdom I put seams on curves, but I am immensely regretting it. I've taken an entire house down to the studs and re-drywalled it, and everything that's involved with a studs up remodel. And I knew better than to put seams on curves, but I did it anyway, and I immensely regret it already. But we're gonna stick to the simple ones, and hopefully you guys will stick with me tonight. Ultimately though, we kind of need to start working on out of the ordinary projects on stream, because otherwise I'm just not going to be able to get this layout done before the National Convention in 2028. And you know what? I said it was a goal, and I want to have it done. I want to have this layout ready and operating, base level scenery down, at least stand-in structures in all across the board for that convention. And to do that, we need to make some fundamental progress. And the progress is mostly centered around backdrops right now. It's centered around lighting, and it's centered around getting a nice new ceiling like this put up. So tonight we are working on prepping for backdrops. This is the section behind Geneva Yard here, and we have multiple seams that we need to get prepped and ready. I'm hoping that my good friend Tom actually already has this stretch of backdrop printed for me. If he doesn't, it should be sometime soon. So this is kind of actually our mission critical seam to get mudded, taped and mudded. So we're going to start here tonight, and then we'll work on, there's a couple other seams that I can get done for now as well. But that's kind of what we need to be working on stream, and that's hopefully going to be kind of a change moving forward, is that, you know, as much as I want to work on backdrop projects, or not backdrop projects, I want to work on Workbench projects, stuff's got to get done on the layout. And Monday nights are one of the only nights I'm guaranteed to be down here, especially moving into summer. So that means that I've got to be working down here, or working on the layout itself. So looks like we had some new people pop in, so let me just say good evening. Looks like Rob's here. Welcome in, Rob. Happy to see you here, my friend. Hopefully you saw my text earlier. And oh, looks like Denny's in too. Welcome in, Denny. Yeah, you picked a good stream to tune into. This is going to be a little bit chaotic, but hopefully everything works out. Yeah. So anyway, let's stop messing around and get down to work. I've got my drywall mud here. I've got my tape here, and it's time to get started on this seam. You can see this is the test backdrop piece that I've got printed, which I'm really happy with how that looks, and looking forward to having the entire layout look that good. So in order to do that, we need to tape and mud. So for anybody who's never done drywall before, first of all, don't. It's not fun. Like I said, I took an entire house before we lived in this one down to the studs, and remodeled it with the help of my father-in-law, and it was an interesting experience. I learned a lot, and you know, I appreciate how much that I learned, because I'm at least somewhat well prepared for a task like this. So we got a base layer of mud down, and that's what we're making sure our tape adheres to. Taking my knife and right at the base, just gonna rip. There we go. I can flatten out the tape. This is really not a super time-consuming process, at least for the initial tape. So hopefully we will have time to get back over to the workbench tonight and do a little bit of work over there. But now that we've got our initial tape down on this seam, just make sure it's pretty well pressed in there. We can now go in with the next size up knife and do the outside layer of tape, or the outside of the tape. So yeah, I did the two most complicated seams off camera, because I knew if I tried to do those on camera, they were going to be chaos, and they're still chaos, but at least you guys don't have to sit through that. Belle did love to get covered in drywall mud. That was fun. Yeah, a single wall, Rob, I'm sure you loved. It's when you got to do an entire house room by room that gets to be less fun. So really all I'm looking for is halfway decent coverage over top of the tape right now. So just got to add a little bit more on here and then smooth out everything. And okay, that's it for that seam. Now, this is where things get interesting because the next two seams that I need to do are in precarious positions. So this could be interesting, put it that way. But I'll spin you guys around here so that you can see where it is we're working next, and you can see that I've got to kind of crawl underneath the track or underneath the layout to get up in there. So this is where the scuffed part of today's stream comes in. Oh, sorry, Dennis. Didn't mean to. I mean, I guess everything's big to an N scaler, you know. So now I gotta move everything over here, including you guys. Yes, the worst part of drywall is absolutely the sanding, and I am starting to now sort of kick myself for redoing the backdrops because I now have to do sanding with a relatively complete layout. And that's not going to be fun. I'm going to need to wait for a warm day where I can open up basement windows and put a vent fan in there and then kind of just sand with the shop vac running at the same time, I think. So we'll see how it goes, but it's gonna stink, that's for sure. So, okay, so again, this is where the chaos kind of comes in. And then I've got to do the same thing on the other side, but it's even more chaotic over there, so that's fun. I also have to be very careful to make sure I don't forget anything when I do this. Otherwise, it's it's going to be a pain in the neck to get back out. All right. Oh, there's drywall mud on the ground. It's also not fun that these move. I'm hoping I've got them secured well enough that once they're mudded, it's not going to be a problem. But I'm a little weary. Actually, I'm a lot weary. I am so weary, in fact, that I'm getting it out of here, get a screw, and make sure that that piece is going to be nice and steady. Don't say I didn't warn you guys. Dennis, I'd have to have good carpet down here for me to worry about. Excuse me, for me to worry about that. This is just a cement floor, so all good. It'll scrape right off. I did make the mistake of leaving sanded tile grout on the floor to dry one day, and that stuff did not come off easy. But other than that, I've never really had much of an issue getting stuff off the floor. Other than paint, at this point I don't even bother trying to get paint off the ground. are we spongiest? Oh no. Come on. There we go. Looks like there's a hole right there. Why didn't I have a screw in that? I don't know. Also, am I just doing this for show? Can I actually reach over here after all? I guess I can. The other side's not going to be so easy, but okay. Does that look like enough mud? Yeah, should be good. High pile red shag. All right. Right. I got the small thing of joint compound because I didn't want to worry about it drying out on me, and now I've burned pretty much all the way through it. I'm barely going to have enough to do the last seam on the other side. Whoops. Ugh. I'm going to have to clean my track too after I just painted it. No. Oh well. I should have put down something to protect the track. Carpet's not the issue. I guess it's the track really that is. Oh, thanks, Britt, but at this point, it's a little late. Appreciate the thought, though. Okay, what I can do, though, actually, come to think of it, I can get that doused with water, because it's just done. Track power's not on, and that's just spray paint. It's not coming off with some water in. If I just douse it, I bet it'll clean right up. Let me go get a toothbrush. There we go. It's enough water to cause a washout, but can't imagine it's going to be an issue there. That's all liquid nails, glued track, Rust-Oleum painted rail. Shouldn't be an issue. The sub road bed here is 3/4 inch subfloor, which is made to, you know, take a beating too, so shouldn't have to worry about a little bit of water on it for the most part. Okay. All right, pretty happy with that. Let me move along to the final seam here. This will be the one that's the most fun to get. Oh, hopefully I got enough cord to bring you guys with me. You guys are on a charger. My mobile camera, phone for the mobile camera was not fully charged tonight. Okay, here we go. This one's the fun one. I did not, conventionally when you do drywall, you want to make sure you have a nice clean butted joint, and there's a big old gap in this one, so this could be fun. I also have to crawl up and under the layout to get to this one, so another fun twist. Eventually there's going to be scenery here, but for now there's not. All right. Uh-oh. I forgot the tape. Hang on, I'll be right back. Right now I'm doing things Dennis only wishes he could do, and pretty much only he and Garrett will understand that joke. Let's see. There it is. Found it. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to kind of try to backfill this gap a little bit. A lot of excess on there now. I'm trying to fill in that gap that I'm going to try to take back out. There we go. Uh-oh. Come on now. I don't know why we're not going on there square, but all right. Apologies for not being very responsive right now. This is probably the one area of this whole job where I can't quite see you guys very well. Okay, where do we need a little more mud? Trying to, that's how much mud I've got left. Not much at all. I think I need just a tad bit more on the tape. A couple of places. All right. Took too much off on the bottom there. All right, so that will do. And how are we doing on time? Not too bad. We're gonna have like almost a full hour over on the workbench. Nice. Let me just get these to a place where they're accessible when I climb out of here. I'm gonna take these gloves off because I don't need them on anymore. Okay, I'm going back under. Okay, what do you guys think? That's one boring job completed for the night. Pretty exciting, at least to me. All right, let's hop back on over to the workbench. Okay, we're back. Sam, it's actually not a bad light bulb. I've got too much lighting on a single light switch, and I actually just ordered all of the parts that I need to get that fixed today. So that's kind of going to be the rest of my major work going on the layout over the next couple of days. Is I'm going to be separating out all of the new layout lighting from the walkway lighting and putting them on two different switches. Should be enough amperage on the circuit for everything. It's just I think I'm overwhelming the one 10 amp switch. So yeah. What is my bench work height? It is it's low. It's low. I'm 6'3". What is it at? I can't even remember. It's at 3 foot and about 3 foot 2 inches is what it's at in that particular area. The full layout is like the normal height of the layout is 3 foot 4 inches. A little unconventionally low, for sure, but I like the height. I've got some friends that are, not the tallest people in the world, and they like operating here because they can reach everything, and then people who have trouble being on their feet all day can pull up a stool and operate comfortably in a stationary place. So yeah. Pump onion. 1 pants tall. Yeah, it's about waist height for me, which I figured with longer arms is a good height for me. So, yeah. Hey, Sean, welcome in. "56 is tall." Yeah. Wow. Oh, Ben's here too. Welcome in. Caboose Sec is here too. Welcome. Happy to have you guys. You guys, anybody that's popping in right now missed the craziest part of the stream. Well, I Sam, it would, but my basement walls are unfinished, and I structurally don't have the things needed to put a second level on if I wanted to. So. Okay, so yeah, got a couple of things to do tonight. The first off is actually going to be wrapping up 1943. I've got all these lights tested. Everything's working great. So really it's just a question of putting everything back together, which takes a little bit of time. I'm excited to get this thing done. This is the first, oops, sorry. I've got an itch that's right next to my microphone. I apologize, guys. Yeah, so it's this is the first locomotive that I've kind of revisited after initially doing it, and I've learned a lot, and I think it's gonna look better and benefit from that, from everything that I've learned. So it's gonna be pretty nice. I did also just remember that I have one other thing I need to do, which is replace this step. And let me get you guys all the way zoomed in here as well, so that I know you can see it as best you can. And actually, I'll put that step back on once we've got it fully assembled. Yeah, I don't mind the height of my Fremo modules, and that's 50 at the railhead. But I don't mind the lower height either. I also have some major grades on my layout, so the yard for gang mills sits about 8 inches. 8 inches? Yeah, 8 inches taller than my main track or my main bench work. So that's at about 40 something inches. Which is pretty tall compared to the rest of my layout, but yeah, I don't mind it being that low. I kind of like the perspective of it up high. I specifically shot my backdrop prototype photos, with that in mind when I did it and everything. So it's all kind of set up for it. If I was to do everything again, would I make it a little bit taller? Yeah, I would, but I don't think I'd go crazy tall. I would just probably go tall enough to where the why am I drawing a blank on the word? Where the headers, the fascia up top. I'm so flustered that I can't think of the word. I don't know why I can't. But yeah, I would go just tall enough to where it's not like a ridiculous gap like I have now in between. And then I could maybe go to a 6-inch header. But did I swap the prime movers? No. But I was making jokes, and maybe you saw them, Rob, in Discord, that I was going to have my version of 1943 rehabbed and back together long before the real Finger Lakes Railway does. All right, so I've also filed in some channels for the wiring to sit in, so hopefully those work out okay. Now it's just a matter of managing wire basically before we're able to put this thing back together. So let's see, where do I want to start? Probably up top. front. Steve, welcome in. Happy to have you. Yeah, if we've got anybody new here tonight, I know I've had a pretty big influx into the channel recently. I appreciate everybody who's subscribed, and I welcome you in. This is maybe a little bit more different of the content than you might have anticipated seeing, based off of my last video, which was a layout tour of Pete Darling's Southern Pacific Donner Pass. I appreciate that the fact that video is doing very well. Layout tours usually do, but I usually get an influx of people who don't really quite understand that I'm a modeler myself and not just filming layout tours. I do a handful of them a year. I would like to do more of them, quite frankly, because I think that there's a lot of layouts out there that need to be documented in video form for the world to see. We've got, unfortunately, a generation of modelers who are incredibly talented that, are not getting any younger, with all due respect. And I would really like to make sure that we get as many of their incredible layouts as we can on camera and shared on YouTube free of charge for the world to see. So, with that said, if you came for the layout tour videos, don't just unsubscribe because you're now watching some random dude do drywall mudding. Because there's more of that content to be had eventually. In fact, there's a whole nother layout tour ready to go next Friday, which will be pretty exciting. But if there is anybody new, this is kind of a model railroading variety channel. I've got a home layout. I've got some modular modules in Fremo and T-Track that I work on camera from time to time. And then I love being at the Workbench and chatting with everybody here on Monday nights as well. So lots of variety on this channel for anybody that's new and popping in for the first time. Yeah, Spalties is, they were aired on NERX a couple of years ago, I believe, so there is a layout tour of their layout, but I am hoping to be able to film that again at some point. The interesting part about these new, I just knocked the ditch light loose. These new ditch lights, I am a little nervous because the wires are twisted and they don't sit quite as flat. I may need to do a little bit of grinding on the chassis itself to make sure that these fit, because I don't want them to get all messed up again. It would not be fun. I am not primarily an N-scale. I am primarily an HO scaler, but I have dabbled in N-scale a little bit. My main goal in this YouTube space is to inspire people to model, so I do that as many ways as I possibly can, and one of those is building to modular standards, including T-Track, in order to show people how accessible the hobby really can be. So. All right, a piece of tape right there. Don't forget Chris Dennis. He's an N-scaler too, Mr. Ketch. know YouTube and the modeling community in general is full of a lot of end scalers at this point. It's a very fast growing scale, which is great. I love it. But HO has always been my primary love. And Rob. Rob's an end scaler too. Can't forget Rob. He was the first end scaler I ever met. I mean, that wouldn't be, I can't imagine that would be too hard to do, Rob, just because, like, you could just get a ON30 to ON30 HO diamond and use that. 2-rail O is really intriguing. The convention for the Northeast Region NMRA this upcoming fall in Southbridge, Massachusetts, it's going to have 2 operating 2-rail O scale layouts, and I'm actually really excited. I'm gonna try to go operate at least one of them. There's one that's main central on the Mountain Division in transition era that I really want to go check out. Yeah, C-scale. Yep. End scale got you here, and HO's keeping you here. I don't know, can we, do we officially call you an HO scaler now, Garrett? Are you more of an HO scaler than an N scaler at this point? I will say anybody that's, doing more than out-of-the-box modeling in N scale has my utmost respect. I don't know how I do this in HO scale. And, people who are scratch building and custom painting and doing all that stuff in N scale, props to you guys, because it's not easy work. That would be cool, Rob. That's cool, Rob. I get, sound not being worthwhile. I don't know if you caught any of NERX last week, but JT from Scale Sound Systems was on and was talking quite extensively about the fact that, like, there's actually issues, and he didn't go into detail about it, but there's actually issues with the way decoders are set up for N scale, and you probably know about this already, Rob, but if manufacturers would just simply change the way they're manufacturing N scale decoders, there's the potential that it would be more worthwhile to have sound in them, but for some reason it's not. I didn't press him for more than that, because I know he gets questions about N scale a lot, but that's cool, Chris. Custom painting's kind of new for you, isn't it? Because you'd talked about all your freelance stuff just being nickel plate stuff, just so it was simpler to do, right? No smaller than 1/64 for you, Bill. That's cool. S scale and O scale then, and well, plenty of larger scales there, of course, but. Yeah, I mean, there's so much more that you can do for immersion other than audio anyway, especially lighting. Like, with how small SMDs are, you can do so much in N scale. There's even, like, there's smaller sizes even than 0402, which is kind of like the standard known as smallest SMD, but there's ones that are even smaller than that, so sky's the limit. I don't know that I am a huge fan of the wires being twisted, just because it's making the wire management side of things, I think, a little bit more cumbersome for me. So, again, this is my first time using Motown Models LEDs. I like the color of them so far. I'm really impressed with that. They seem well built, which is good. They are not magnet wire, which is good for me. I know Garrett has his own opinions on magnet wire, but you know. Hey Josh, welcome in. I don't know if you popped in earlier, but oh, there you are. Sorry you're late. Ah, that's okay. So, something fun I can share now, because I told Josh about it finally. Whew, I almost dropped it. This will be an upcoming project for us. This is a pulpwood car that'll be going in Josh's freelance. I had initially planned to complete it before telling him about it, but I've had it now fully painted for, I think, a couple of weeks, and I haven't gotten around to doing the decals, and he's doing his own decals. So I finally just came clean to him that I had this to surprise him with, and he's going to send me a set of decals so that I can get it painted for him, or get it decaled for him. That's okay, Josh. We won't hold it against you. Honestly, you're probably better off for it, Josh, because the first part of the stream was pure chaos. So it's okay. People had to watch me crawl under my layout and do a bunch of... Why did I just cut a whole nother piece of electrical tape? Yeah, we did some drywall mud on the first part of today's stream. Maybe I'm gonna get this in here. Maybe I'm not. But yeah, these wires being twisted, I'm not able to kind of manage them the way that I normally would, I think. Oh no, I had it and it popped off before I could press down the tape. Dang it. Ted, welcome in. Happy to see you, my friend. Missed chatting with you guys last Monday, but NERX was an absolute blast. Dennis did a great job hosting on Monday night. Feel free to go back and watch those streams if you missed them live, because they are up on the NMRA YouTube channel now. And the layout tours I film do also come out on my own channel. The one for Pete Darling is out now, and then the one for Mark Herrick will be out on my channel and Mark's channel, because you can now do like a collab thing through YouTube, which is pretty cool. That'll be out on Friday, so keep an eye out for that one. I think I finally got that. There we go. Okay. Now I've just got to manage the wires along the roof. Ops, obviously, Dennis. That's the only... I mean, you just spent all that time getting your layout back up and running. You better operate it, man. Dennis, is Speed actually operating your layout tonight? I think he said he wanted to, but I don't know if that actually ended up happening or not. Okay. Alright, so the last thing I have left to do is file down probably right on the interior edge here. Hopefully I can do that with just a regular file. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. This is to ensure that my wires don't get bent up. Hopefully nip the problem in the bud that I've been having with this locomotive, which is that I keep blowing ditch lights. Because obviously this frame was not initially designed for this sort of thing. I may need to actually get into the corner a little bit better. Can I take a rain check on that, Dennis? Because I actually only got 4 hours of sleep last night. So, much like Adam, who might already be asleep, I may only catch the beginning of your stream, unfortunately. Yeah, I was a bit of a dingleberry, and stayed up late watching college basketball last night and editing photos that I also can't tell you guys about. Sorry to keep so many secrets. Oh, that's brutal, Rob. I was up till, I think, 12:45 is when I finally was able to get to sleep, and then back up at 6, but yeah. You know, Rob, 8:30 is a perfectly okay time to go to sleep if you really wanted to. Don't let me keep you awake. The biggest problem I'm having is that I'm not entirely sure where these ditch light wires are going to kind of make contact with the shell. I'm kind of trying to just do my best to estimate where. I think I've done a good enough job of it, but just trying to be safe rather than sorry. Yeah. Mitch, buddy, that's I went to sleep at 12:45 and got up at 6 a.m. You got to be on mom's schedule. Understandable. Yeah. I wasn't trying to make this a competition about who gets the least amount of sleep. You know, please at least attempt to get your full 8 hour, or your full 7 to 8 hours, everybody. It's not a competition for who sleeps the least. Okay, I will check Discord before I go to sleep, I promise. Like I said, I'll still catch probably the first half hour or 45 minutes at least of Dennis's stream, so don't worry. I'm not going right to bed. I'm not gonna commit to operating Dennis's layout tonight. That would be a fun doubleheader stream though at some point. maybe I gotta figure out how to get Penn Yan set up for virtual ops. So Dennis, we'll do a double header ops where Dennis will operate my layout one night, and then I'll do his same night. That would be fun. Yeah, I average like 6.5, I think is what I average, Dennis, which, you know, I got a layout to build, so sometimes I'm down here a little later than I should be, but oh well. Okay, hopefully that's good enough. The back, I think I'm pretty okay on. Do a little bit just to be safe, but I've got a pretty good channel filed into the shell there. It's just that the headlights, or the front ones, come in at a weird angle out of the shell. So I can't really do that in the shell. I can't file a channel into the shell, I should say. Ugh, that's brutal, Josh. Hopefully at home it's a little bit better. All right, let's see how this is going to go together. Fingers crossed. Can get it reassembled and ready to rock for my next set of ops sessions. It's actually going to be my round robin sessions for the Lake Shores division. For those of you who don't know, the Lake Shores division, part of what I set up when I first came on as the assistant superintendent was monthly operating sessions for everybody in the division. I wanted to make sure that ops was as accessible as it could be. So now we operate once a month at a different layout every month. I've got to do a little bit more work, I think, because it's tight squeeze getting on for some reason. But yeah, we operate once a month. It's open to any Lake Shores member who's interested. No matter your operations skill level, anybody's welcome. And my turn to host in April, and I was a little flattered. I sent out the call, the invite, like I normally do for the round robins, and I had a full session within an hour and a half of the invite going out, which was pretty crazy. So I thought, well, you know what? I want every single person who is interested in operating to have their chance to operate this layout. And so we're doing a double header of op sessions. We're going to do a 9 a.m. session and a 1 p.m. session. Silly putty, that's cool. Yeah, Tom, you know, I think that's the key, kind of, you know, to the overall, you know, not to make this an NMRA stream, but I think that's kind of the ticket to having a successful division is kind of operations at this point. I think it's the ticket into you know, the rest of the stuff that the NMRA stands for. I think it's a gateway to getting younger members involved, and from there they see all the fine work that people have done, and can kind of go from there, you know, learning everything that the NMRA wants to educate them with. But I think ops is an integral part to any successful NMRA division at this point. Oh, that might have been why it was going on hard. Might have had some wires pinched on the other side since I wasn't looking. It is regular electrical tape, Ted. You can lecture me if you want to on Kapton tape. I'm just personally not a fan of Kapton tape. I don't like that it's one use only, because I am constantly adjusting things. So when I adjust, I gotta completely replace it, basically. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Paul uses special electrical tape. I don't, but you know, I've heard the lecture on Kapton tape before, and all due respect, I just am not quite a fan of it. That's all. Just wondering. Okay. All right, Ted. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's regular. It's just green. Got a couple of different colors. The cheapest way I could get it was in a multi-pack. All right. Do I have this down right? Special user of electrical tape. Oh, thanks, Dennis. Appreciate that one, buddy. Oh dear. All right, let's see if this is gonna fit. It's kind of tight. Just want to make sure I'm good. So Brandon, Banu, and Ed and I had the great pleasure of operating at Bruce Ryan's layout yesterday, and we had a blast. That was Brandon and Banu's first time there. So I had to I was really excited to see Banu's reaction, because Banu loves structure building, and Bruce models Manhattan. So there are some very foreboding and large structures on that layout. But also, it is a fantastic operating experience, so that's fun as well. Did you put it on your list for Op Till You Drop, Dennis? He told me it was super kindergarten. Oh, Rob. All right, I'm pretty happy with the fit here. I'm gonna be dumb and put the handrails all back on, assuming that everything's gonna be fine. Like I said, it was a little bit of a tight fit, but hopefully everything's just fine. You are awfully nice, Dennis, that is for sure. I gained a little bit more respect for Dennis during NMRA or NERX for a couple of different reasons, but he handled the situation a lot better than I would have, put it that way. And I admire him very greatly for that now. All right, these two handrails look like they were glued on originally, so I guess I'm re-gluing those back on, or at least I better Mr. Streamer stamp. I guess I better wait to put those back on, or glue those back on to make sure everything's fitting and nothing's making loud noises inside. Oop, that's not the right one. Oh, we're not going to talk about what actually happened. That doesn't need to be public information. Just that Dennis is a really nice guy. That's all. Yeah, you know what? I'm not happy with this fit. It's kind of torquing my shell a little bit more than it should. Let me get a dab of glue on this ditch light in order to get that gluing back up. Sort of applicator here. Yeah, we'll leave that tea in the kettle. Oh God, how did I get glue on my finger? Glued my finger to the top of that ditch light, and I don't even know how I got glue on that finger. I'll finish getting the handrails on, and then I'll open it back up and see if I can figure out why it's not. The fit sucks. So there's an N-scale meet in Strasbourg this year. Is that what I'm seeing? I know there's usually a Fremo meet there. I didn't know, hadn't heard about anything for N-scale there. That's pretty cool. Hey Ray, welcome in. Happy to see you. The E7? What's the E7? Ray, you missed the initial chaos of the evening. Worked on some very unorthodox things for the beginning of the stream. I taught everybody how to tape in mud, or at least how to do the initial stage. And for the record, no, I will not be waiting until next stream to do the second coat and the final skim coat either. If you'd like to learn how to do those, go check out, what's the Canadian guy I always watch? He's got a DIY channel. Well, he's an actual contractor that shows people how to do everything, but that's who taught me. YouTube University. Yeah, we had to do some work to get our backdrop's ready for installation. Tape it in mudding seams. I think this is a number 10, Bonnie. Yeah, Rob. Oh, you missed all of that? Okay, next time you see Rick, ask him to tell you the story of the purple X-Acto blades. No, you were around for all that, I think. Would you like one, Rob? Because I have 20. Struggling to get that last handrail back in there. Oh, this is still 1, Banu. I haven't lost a single one yet. Thank you very much. Actually, this is on like its 3rd blade now. Yes, you were, right. Sorry, that was so long ago. Or it feels like so long ago now. Lots of craziness in life since then. Come on. Doesn't want to go in there. You accidentally bought 20 for yourself once anyway. Mitch, I can always find an X-Acto now. I still have the other 3 over here that we're missing. There's 2 of them. Okay, maybe there's one missing at this point. It's around here somewhere. It's not lost. I swear. Oh shoot, I hope. Ooh, I might have goofed up a little bit here. Oh, crud. I put these rear ditch lights on too wide. Now they're covering the holes for the handrail stanchions. Oh, that's annoying. Well, I'm not sure what else I was supposed to do, because if they weren't covering those, they'd be covering MU receptacles. Oh well. Prince of X-Acto knives. One of these streams, I need to just sit down and open this up and get all my locomotive speed matched for the proto throttle. I've been procrastinating doing that. Nice, Rob. Hey, Rob, have you ever tried the serrated blades for the, you know, an X-Acto? I've been kind of curious how those work, but I feel like they wouldn't hold up very well over time. Oh, Banu bought something big off of eBay. I bet I know what it is, Banu. Okay, let's see. Why, oh why, do I not sit flush? Could be these. I almost bet it is. It's either those or these. So let's just do a better job of managing wires, and then I bet it'll go back together nice and clean. Dennis, how did you like the serrated blades? And Rob, you've got some. Oh, Dennis taught me a really good trick for that, Rob. Just take sheet styrene, glue it to the end of a piece of dowel, and put it in your Dremel tool, and just gently place it down on a piece of sandpaper, which will round it out, and then just go a little bit at a time until you get down to that 3mm mark that you need. And again, you can thank Dennis for that idea. Yeah, it's definitely these wires that are the problem as I'm looking at it now. Get these back in there the way they belong. Asking all your N-scale bolster holders. Okay, interesting. Super Glue Arbor. Okay, cool. Didn't know it had a name. It is, if it's what we talked about yesterday, Banu is not getting a U18B, but we'll see. Yeah, Ted, I want to get one of those too. Those things are really interesting looking. As I'm starting to get kind of more into scratch building and everything. Oh, actually, do I want to? No. Kind of do this. I definitely want to check those out too. I don't know if anybody's tried those yet or not. The ones I keep seeing ads for are, I'm not, not sold on buying those, just because the ones you see ads for are usually the crappier ones, but. Definitely would be interested if anybody out there has ever tried one of them. Well, there's some, there's the no-name ones that are cheaper, but, I'm definitely more hesitant to buy one of those, than I would be anything else. Okay, how's the fit now? It's better. Yep, I think it's good. Let's try to get some coupler boxes in here, and then we'll know for sure. Yeah, I've seen like the no-name ones on eBay, and I don't shop on Temu, but I constantly get the ads for them on Facebook, and they've got one too. I know the one on eBay. I actually specifically looked up the brand that was supposed to be on Temu, and they're on eBay as well. And I think it was like $150 for the one there. It's got a Type-C rechargeable, but probably one of those ones that you want to be super careful not to leave on the charger, because the lithium battery's cheap and it'll be, catching your whole house on fire, that sort of deal. So hesitant. I'd almost be more willing to buy an expensive one from someplace like Micromark just to know that it's reliable. But too many other expenses right now anyway. That might be a good Christmas list thing, something to ask Santa for. One of the other things I really need to get working on once we're clear of these locomotive projects is the second of the 2 buildings for Pactive. And I gotta get some more wall panels from Pike Stuff ordered to do those, but I'm hoping I can kind of do a lot of that build on stream. That would be fun. Yeah, I can already tell this fits much better now that I've changed all that stuff around, so hopefully we're good. Oh, good to know, Ted. So I guess maybe not the Micromark ones either. Okay. Yeah. Much better fit that time. Okay, so let me get, this thing's old. It's been apart about 5 times. And every time I pull it apart, I have to re-glue something handrail-wise because it broke. And today is no different. So I'm gonna get that process done. Yeah, Rob, we should, and I think we've got a place to do it already, which is exciting. Darren's been talking about doing that for a while. He's got like Darren's a flight instructor, and he has access to a hangar. It's, a bunch of wide open space, and he's said that we can more than likely have access to it for that sort of thing. So it's kind of similar to a U-18B. Does it have lightning stripes, Banu? The good kind of lightning stripes. And that's when Banu tuned out of the stream. Banu's headed over to Dennis's stream early after that comment. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun, Rob, for sure. Where did that damn super glue go? This is my kind of scrap piece of plastic that I constantly just glob glue and paint onto in order to use. And there's so much on here now that I lost the dab of super glue that I put on it for this. It has no lightning stripe. Paul's head. Yeah, surprise. Yeah, I get it, Rob. That's kind of the good thing about Fremo and Fremo N in general, is because they're at a higher height. People complain, they're like, oh, kids can't see them. I was like, well, kids can see them when they're being held up and supervised by a parent. So, it's a little bit safer of a venture. Oh, these handrails are going to be a pain in the neck to get to stay put. What are we patching for GWT? Banu's locomotive? That's poor Banu. Those of you who are familiar with Discord might know that you can do custom emojis, and I had Dennis cook one up for me last week that Banu and Brandon both don't appreciate because it makes fun of their precious D&H. Alright, what else needs to be touched up here? Yeah, I mean, sure, it's understandable, Rob. Which is why, you know, Freemo and Freemo N being at a taller height than T-Track is, you know, if that's the reason you're doing it, then, you know, that's a good standard to be focused on, for sure. It is a fantastic emoji, Brandon. It is the D&H shield with a Genesee, Wyoming transportation patch over the top of it. Brandon! Jeez. And that is a quick glimpse into the chaos that is my Discord server, if anybody's interested in joining it. We have fun over there. At each other's expenses sometimes, but it's all in fun. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this live chat has taken a turn. Some may say it's been flushed. Oh dear. Well, I said at the beginning that this is going to be one of the more chaotic streams. I didn't anticipate that being because we were reverting to toilet talk in the chat, but hey, we're here for it. All right, I think that's a wrap on, well, kind of is a wrap on 1943. I just realized I put the, right? Oh no, I didn't put it. I thought I put the coupler in upside down, but I think it's, wait a minute. Is it good? Now I need a couple. No, it is not good. Flip it around here. It all went to crap, yep. Oh boy. We have fun here, don't we? You guys gotta yell at me. I'm working on a frame. Still out of frame. There we go. All right, now that should be on the right way. And I, of course, have to redo my busted handrails. Golden Girls? That's one I haven't watched yet. together. Gotta love having busted handrails. Maybe I'll have to stream that at some point, Rob. Hopefully, my good buddy Rob's going to be over here next week helping me on the layout. I've also come to the realization that this layout's not getting done before 28 unless I, start asking people for help with some things. There's still, things as a modeler that I want to be able to develop myself, but there's other things that I'm very well established with. Oh my gosh, we gotta go. Dennis is streaming. Holy cow. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We've got 1943 done here, so we are all set there. Make sure you head over to Dennis's stream. He'll be kicking off shortly if he has not already. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be on the lookout on Friday. Brand new to this channel layout tour of Mark Herrick's BNSF Montana division coming out, and I'll see you either in the premiere for that or on the next stream. So take care, everybody. See ya.